always stay ready. Hey, yeah, I'm ready. Hey, we ready.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, it's been about 3 or 4 days. Recently I've been dealing with some gum issues, so that's always a plus. I think my wisdom tooth is like messing up my jaw, my gums, so it hurts. But today I just want to talk about Swordburst 3, or like a potential Swordburst 3. Now I know a lot of you guys don't like Swordburst, especially people in the World Zero community. You don't like Swordburst, I understand that. But me, I came from Swordburst, you know, like me, like growing up playing Abstract Alex games, we came from Swordburst. Like, don't get me wrong, without Swordburst, none of this stuff would be possible. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. We wouldn't have World Zero without Swordburst. Like, I'm gonna just be 100% honest here. Like, there's so many features that World Zero has that Swordburst already had, that, you know, they're basically like building, like, it's like building blocks, you know. Swordburst set the foundation, and World Zero just built on top of it. And I feel like we need a new game to keep on building. And you know, you guys may be asking, like, well, why a Swordburst 3 game? Why not another World Zero game? And the reason for that is I feel like, for one, they're not really finished with World Zero yet. Like, I feel like they probably have another year or two worth of content to give to the game. So we're not quite done yet with World Zero. But I feel like they should add a Swordburst 3 game, because we haven't seen Swordburst, like another Swordburst game, in so long. Like, it's been, I think, about 4 or 5 years since Swordburst 2 came out. I think it was like 4 years ago. It might have been like 3. I don't know how long ago. It was like 2017 when Swordburst 2 came out, a really long time ago. And it's been a while since we've seen anything like it. And I feel like they should make a third Swordburst that has some of the features that World Zero has, plus the features that, you know, a lot of us in the community want. For example, a guild system, a player housing system. You can even take it back to the OG Swordburst, where you had like skills like cooking. Dude, like, I remember back then, like, I was like, so, like, my mind was so blown that I could cook in the game and make food and level up my cooking and make even better food, and I can use that food to regenerate my health. Like, I was like so amazed by that back then. And you could also like craft your own weapons. Well, not necessarily your own weapons, but you could craft weapons that you couldn't get from boss drops, that you couldn't get from just loot. You know, you had to go out, kill this enemy, take the materials that the enemy had, use those materials to make a weapon. And, you know, as the higher level you get, the more rare these weapons become, because, you know, they're a lot harder to get. Like, you know, you had a 5% chance to get this ore from this mob or from this boss, and you needed like 3 of those ores to make the weapon, you know. So a lot of these weapons were really rare. And I feel like if they added all that stuff, everything from Swordburst 1 and 2 that made it great, everything from World Zero that made it great, and they just combine all of this into one game, we will have literally the ultimate game, like the ultimate game for this kind of genre. Like, imagine if they had made a Swordburst 3 and you had pet system in it, just like World Zero. You had like the same exact pet system. You know, you can go out to the pet shop, get a pet, get an egg, and then your egg, like, eventually over time it'll get XP and it'll unhatch, or it'll hatch, and then you can, you know, just get pets that way. And let's say Swordburst 3 had a guild system, like I said before, where you can buy your own guild hall. You can sort of customize it a bit. Only you and your guild members can enter it, and you can, you know, have a bunch of role-playing aspects where you can like make meetings and stuff like that. You know, figure out how you can defeat, you know, the next boss. And let's say you had a player housing system where you can buy, you know, your own little property that you can invite some of your friends over. You could cook inside your player house to level up your cooking skill. You can craft stuff in your player house to level up your crafting skills, so, you know, so you can unlock better and better weapons as time goes. Like, imagine all of that stuff. Like, and it's possible. It's possible because these features have been in, you know, these previous games. Swordburst 1 had a cooking skill. It had a crafting system. Swordburst 2 has came out with a skill system, like skills like sword skills and stuff like that. World Zero has like the pet system and like these ultimate attacks and stuff like that, and these like the little classes. Like imagine you combine all that stuff together into one game. Like, I feel like this game would be epic. Now obviously something like this, and a project this big, will take years to do, like years. But I feel like Abstract Alex and his team, and like the team who still works on Swordburst 2 now, I feel like if all of them came together, they could definitely pull this off. Like, this would be a really massive game. And I don't know. I mean, you can pray, you can hope that we get something like this. Honestly, I'm just wanting a new game at this point. I've been playing a little bit of Adventure Tale. That game is pretty awesome, so you guys should definitely check that out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Like, I know it kind of went on a rant, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, but honestly, I've just been thinking about this recently, and like, I don't know, man. I really want to see a new game, and whether it be Swordburst 3 or even a World Zero 2, like whatever it may be, or a completely new RPG, whatever it may be, I just hope that we get to see features from all three of these games combined into one. Because I'm telling you, if they did something like that, it would honestly hands down be probably one of the biggest Roblox games out there. Like, I'm confident that the game would probably easily get like 50k people on daily if they did something like that, where you have player halls and you have guild halls and like a bunch of guild events and stuff to support guilds. You had basically the only way for you to unlock a new world or go to the next world is that you have to defeat that world's boss, which the boss battle itself could be very challenging. You know, you need to group up. You can't really solo the boss. I mean, you could if you like came really prepared, but you had a better chance of grouping up in a party together and taking on the boss. And obviously, you have pets, mounts, all this epic stuff. Like, if they had all of this into one game, hands down, it'll be one of the best games ever. Whether it's a World Zero title or a Swordburst title, doesn't matter. It will hands down be one of the best games ever. And I'm hoping that they do something like this in the future. I don't know how long it may be, because I know they, like I said, they still have like plans for World Zero. They still have like a year or two worth of content to do for World Zero, so we're a while away from it. But honestly, like, they should start, if they haven't already, they should start working on the next game that would be bigger than World Zero, bigger than Swordburst, and have all the features from those games and features that the player base has been asking for years, all into this one game. Like, if they did that, it would be the biggest game. Like, no questions asked, it would be one of the biggest games on Roblox. Like, I can honestly see it rivaling games like Shinobi Life, I think it's called, and I can see it rivaling those games. Like, or even Blox Fruit. It can rival Blox Fruit. Like, a game like this will rival these games. Like, I'm telling you, it will. Because this is everything that the fan base has been asking for from both games, from both World Zero and Swordburst. This is stuff that we've been asking for like 4 or 5 years now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's been my video. I just wanted to get this out there, get this off my chest, because I've been thinking about it for about a month now. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the next big game. Like, World Zero is fun and all, but I'm starting to like just wanting to look beyond World Zero and just like see what else they can do. See what other games they can make, because I'm really interested. Like, I'm really interested. But that's been this video. I know this video is like all over the place. It's crazy. I'm rambling. If you guys made it this far in the video, congrats. Like, you're amazing. And I also thank you guys for all the support. Like, recently I've been getting a lot of support, and thank you guys so much for it. Like, you guys are amazing. The best community I can ask for. Like, hands down, you guys are amazing. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'm feeling better. Hopefully my jaw or my gum stops hurting and the swelling goes down. And hopefully for the rest of this year, I don't have any more health problems when it comes to my throat, my mouth, whatever it may be. Like, hopefully for the rest of this year, I do not have any more issues, because oh my goodness, I cannot take this anymore. But it's been your boy Takeoi. Peace out.
元気にしている